third time's the charm, I guess.
Hi, Gia.
Hi, Keisha. Hi, everybody. Are we already going?
We're going. Yeah, we're
We're
going.
rolling. Okay.
Yeah, we're still getting the hang of this new recording platform.
Yeah, sorry, everybody. I don't. You said you were in the room, and I couldn't find the room.
Maybe
I
I need
guess
to start recording for you to be able to find the room. I guess
maybe
that's it.
that's it. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. You folks don't need to worry about it at home.
No, we both found the room. So
We
we're in
found
the
the room.
room
We're
now.
in. We're in the room. We can't see each other, but that's okay.
That's right. That's right. We're in a dark room together
Yeah.
speaking about General Hospital and other things.
Yeah. Which okay. We've kind of got a
Mhm.
lot to talk about.
I guess we do, don't we?
A little bit. Today's Thursday,
Mhm.
so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and of course, obviously, the biggest thing has happened.
Yes, the thing that you kept thinking was gonna happen, you were right on the money there, Gia.
Yeah, I think that the whole world thought that was going to happen by the time it happened. So yeah, it's nice of you to try and give me credit, but
Yeah, I feel like you've earned the credit this time, and I think
okay.
I wasn't as sure as I mean, of course, it did have the feeling, of foreboding, but I kinda thought, like, hot on the heels of the judge,
But
going
they
for that
might not.
swim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a lot to, have so much violence in
It's a
24
lot, a
hours.
lot. Yeah, but
Yeah.
of course. Now, what day did that happen? Was it Tuesday?
Yeah, so let's talk
Yeah.
about the Tuesday episode as much as we can recall it, because that was like a classic sort of noir soap opera
Yes.
episode, wasn't it?
Does noir have an E on the end? I was trying to
No,
spell it the other day and my phone wasn't recognizing it. And I didn't
no.
take the time to look it up. Maybe my phone is just not as bright as I think it is. It should have
Maybe
known
maybe
noir.
phones adjust their settings once they get a feel for who owns them. Which
Wowie zowie. That was pretty mean.
I'm just kidding. I mean, my phone wouldn't even be functioning if it really knew who owned it on the other end, but hmm.
It looks like you could maybe go either way. You could put the E on the end if you really want to.
All
But
right.
anyway, I was like, I could have sworn that's how you spelled it. Yes, it was noir, and we had a message from I think it's Angie, and she was saying it was also very
Mhm.
Who Shot Jr.
Yes,
And I'd
sure.
kind of forgotten about that, but yeah, I think that's right on the money that it was.
Mhm. Mm,
We were set up,
yeah.
and I want to tell you, it was Sue Ellen who shot Jr.
Didn't that turn out to be a dream or something, or is that another show?
That was the same show, but I think that was Bobby dying. That was
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I
Alright.
think Jr. was really good and shot.
Yeah. Well, and I guess Drew was too, although it's interesting that somebody at close range, well, first that they shot him twice, that seemed sort of like, maybe overkill, a crime of
Well,
passion.
apparently not. Like apparently 3 or 4 times would have
I
been better.
know, I know. Well, and at such close range, you'd think they would have, had some money shots. And the one like right in the middle of the back, I think would have done it,
Yeah, and how would you not have anything coming out your front side?
Right, right. The bullet was, I
Like,
guess, lodged right in the
I guess so.
mm.
That like they well, and that was the other thing I noticed. Like, did the gun look like some rusty old World War II pistol or something?
It did indeed. Yes, yes. Maybe something that you might find in the catacombs or something.
Yeah, like I was wondering if all these things are clues or if they really just
Yeah.
budget stuff kept them from having
They have one
a
prop gun that
decent
they use.
gun. Yeah, because I was like, that looks so rusty or something, like.
I know. But yeah, and at such close range, you'd think a shot to the back would do it,
You'd
right?
think so. And if it's a rusty pistol, would it be a rusty bullet and therefore more likely to
Mm,
cause infection?
I don't
Um,
know. Maybe.
of
All
course,
good
we have all
questions.
kinds of antibiotics now, so that wouldn't be the
Mm,
problem that it would have been in the past.
right, right.
But anyway, so I thought that was a nice episode. I liked that, like, the rain and the
Yeah.
darkness and him. That I thought I'm not sure what the significance of his getting Lila's ring out was, but I thought it was a nice little detail.
It
Uh,
was a nice detail, and maybe it was sort of, like when Tracy was talking to Brooklyn, was that today's episode about like Drew sort of trying to replace Michael in the family, like right down to Lila's ring, maybe, like
yeah,
maybe,
maybe that was, yeah,
like,
flashing that, but it was
yeah,
nice, and
yeah.
it was moody and creepy and all of that, and him,
Hmm.
swilling the drink, standing there, and
Yeah, yeah. No,
uh,
I wish they had explained Scout's absence a little sooner,
because you
because
were like, "What? She's just upstairs with
I know.
the nanny, and he doesn't hear any of this." Yeah,
It'd be fun if she sort of toddled into the room, like, "Daddy?"
yeah, yeah.
You but anyway,
She's
yeah.
always conveniently not with him, basically.
Right,
Although
right.
he's the reason for his whole life, if you ask
Yes,
him.
and the reason he's made a handful of enemies in town.
Yeah. So I thought Tuesday was a nice episode, and then of
Mhm.
course, and again, just to point out for the literal folks, this is just a soap opera, and so I don't really want anybody dead, obviously,
Uh-huh. Right, right.
but I felt like something was taken away from me when we find out the next day that he didn't
That
die
he
from
didn't
the.
die. Yeah, I know, that sorta opens up all kinds of possibilities now,
I
um
guess so, but I feel like they chicken out when they do that, you
That's
know?
true, yeah, yeah. Well, there's so many little tangents that we could go off on, but,
Go ahead.
he okay, well, first, he could still die, there's always those
Yes.
emergencies when the person,
Yeah.
like, sort of starts flatlining or bleeding or something, so that's all possible. Um,
And
and
paralysis. We could always have a big paralysis
well, that
storyline.
I
They
was
love those, you
I
know?
know, I'm thinking, would he try that magical surgery that he put Kai through, and would
Yeah.
he have the
Or
documentary guy following him around?
whatever Curtis, Curtis
Yeah,
was
yeah.
paralyzed, and
Mhm, mhm.
he got
He
some
made
good treatments apparently.
he bounced right back. He's
'Cause
better
he's
than
just
ever.
fine. He's fine.
Fine, yeah.
Um
So, who
Yeah,
knows?
so lots could still happen. And of course we had the moment today, the classic, we can't tell you if he's alive until after the commercial.
Yep, yep. Yep, but they looked very serious
They looked so serious.
and
And
not happy. They didn't look happy.
I wonder if that has a name, that moment where
Yeah.
they know they're not going to tell you because there's going to be a commercial break. And look, wouldn't
Right.
it be cool if they broke with tradition sometime and just
Yeah.
told us the news and then went to
Yeah.
commercial?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we would stick around for the rest of the
Yeah.
episode,
And
right?
we could use that commercial break to kind of like process whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah, we could. So think about it, writers,
Like,
producers.
yeah, subvert our expectations. Subvert?
Subvert, sure, sure.
I don't know. I don't
Um,
look it up.
okay.
Subvert. Okay, I know.
Um,
Sorry.
I wanted to back on Tuesday, that's when we had, sort of the beginning of the investigation into the judge's death, and that's where Anna, talked to the boys a little bit, did her thing with Sunny where she acts all sort of hostile and professional, and it's like,
Yeah, I know.
you
Like,
know
yeah, yeah.
why do you have to do that?
I don't
I don't
know.
it doesn't work for me. I just wish she could still talk to him like they've had sort of a friendship for a long time, but she does have something serious to
Yeah,
talk
I
about,
do have to ask you a few questions. You
you
know
know?
the drill. I know,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
It doesn't really ring true because then when you see the other stuff, you're like, which part of this am I supposed
yeah,
to
right,
feel?
right,
Because
right. Mhm.
I don't know, you're just toying with us when you do that. But yeah, she goes into cop mode and she's all like snarky and
Yeah.
um not that
Mhm.
she shouldn't be, but she needs to make up her mind, I guess.
Mhm. I think so. Yeah, I think she does.
Yeah. Um
Hmm.
yeah, so we had that. I guess was that the follow-up day when the boys had made the call and Then everybody
Mhm.
showed up at the docks and,
Yep, yep, mhm.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Christina was talking to Michael, and he got the call from Sonny telling him that the judge was murdered. And did you think, like, when he told Christina, I wanted her to say, did I kill her? Like, was
I know, I didn't
thinking
think of
a
that,
bit.
but yeah.
It sounds
Wait a
like
minute,
something
was
I'd
I
do.
yeah, did I cut her brakes too, or
And now Drew will be like, huh,
yeah.
where was I?
What was I
Huh.
doing that day? Yeah,
As long
right.
as they're looking at my mom, I guess I'll keep my mouth shut, right?
Oh, goodness, yeah, and we haven't seen Rick again since that.
No, we haven't.
We know he's there, but,
Right, right,
I
yeah.
don't think they're gonna address any of our real life concerns, like the bathroom issues. I don't think they're
No.
gonna go there.
That's maybe a little too real, you think?
I guess they just want us to stay on the sort of fun level of it, like
Yeah,
they're
right.
having to team up but
Mhm, yeah, which we
I
still
don't know.
enjoy. I still like seeing, like,
Yeah,
Ava sorta lingering in the house and
I know, I
wanting.
kind of forgot, like, why is she there? And then I was like, "Oh, right, that's
Mhm,
right. They've
mhm.
got their evil triple alliance going on."
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, I'm not sure. I guess can a show like blur the lines like that and go back and forth? I mean, obviously
Mm,
they do all kinds of
mhm,
fantastical things that don't,
mhm.
have any tether, and they're not tethered in the least to reality.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
mhm.
so I
Nice
should
use
just
of
go with
tether.
this.
Mhm, okay,
Thanks. I'm trying to
sure.
use big words today.
Okay. To change your
They
phone
don't, they
set.
don't even have to be long words. They can just be big, like heavy meaning kinds of words. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
um,
right. Mhm.
Um, so I guess I should just go with this and not be concerned about the practical part of it.
Unless, or maybe they'll next time they cut to him, he'll be just wearing a big adult diaper or one of those
Now, see
astronaut
that, like,
diapers.
I would give them so many points for that if there were points to give, if we had
Yeah.
like a scoreboard or something. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
wouldn't
Uh-huh.
that be hysterical?
Hysterical, but also practical, right?
Yeah, and sad for Rick, of course, but like
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
if they just addressed that with us so that we could be like, "Oh my God," you know,
Yeah, yeah, the humiliation. I mean, man, he's already gonna be rather bitter when all of this is over,
a little
you
bit.
know? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, they're not really thinking about the end game, because if they do plan on releasing him, how are they ever gonna be able to live in the town with him again, you know?
Well, there are 3 women who are particularly, poor at impulse control.
That is true. That is true, yeah.
They've all either killed or tried to kill or
Mhm,
accidentally killed or
mhm.
whatever,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
moments of, um,
Mhm.
rage or poor decision making. Or
Yes, that's true. That's true.
has
So,
Christina actually killed anybody or just attempted murder?
I
I think
think
she's
just
just been attempted murder,
I
right?
think that's right. And also, this is going back before this week. There was a moment, I can't remember if it was when she was speaking with Rick or Ava, where she flashed on the arguments with Ava. Do you remember that? And she sort
Vaguely.
of she kinda stopped short of acknowledging that maybe Ava didn't push her, like, we didn't see her thinking that she might have been misremembering or have blocked down or rewritten
Now,
history,
why
you
do
know?
you think they're doing that? Are they trying to clear the path for them being, like, friends and partners or something, or
I don't know. I'm not sure why they would have introduced that, except that maybe, Christina
just
would
killing
realize.
time?
Yeah. Or maybe Christina would realize, that she actually was as bad as other people might
Oh,
think she
might
is, you
think.
know?
Yeah, that could be, yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
sure, but that was just a little sort of misdirect maybe. I'm not sure why they did that.
Okay. All right. So
Um,
yeah, so we had that
mhm,
stuff.
mhm. Yeah, and getting back to Drew and the list of suspects, it seemed like when they were sort of traveling around town and checking in with everybody, like all the potential suspects, some of them I think were sort of exonerated, and others it was left vague. Um,
Yeah. Like
right?
the only ones we know for sure are not guilty of it are Trina and Kai.
We know that. Yep. Yep. And I guess that's true. I guess we do know they weren't guilty. But I'm also thinking like Martin, the way I don't know, the way he approached Lulu. I guess that could be just very clever
It
when
could all
he
be super clever. I mean, they can
yeah,
twist things however they want, these writers.
y- good
But yeah,
point.
I mean, you're led to believe that why would he be doing this if he knew that information? He wouldn't.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wouldn't be wanting to meet with Lulu to go over this stuff. But the rest of them were seriously have no alibi. Like um,
Mhm.
Willow,
Mhm.
obviously out walking in the
Mhm.
rain.
Yep.
Um, Michael now, and we learned today that Michael was parked by there, and Michael was being very cagey when he was speaking to Wiley. Remember the
Yeah.
scene where Wiley's
Yeah.
woken up and he's having hot
Mhm.
chocolate with Brooklyn, and
Mhm.
he's
Yep.
never answering. Well, why are you all wet? Where were you? And he's not
Mhm.
answering.
Right, right, and then Tracy more or less said, "Michael, you did it, and I'm gonna, let that stay between us," you know?
Well, did she say you did it? She said, "I know you were there."
Right, right, it kinda seemed to me like she believes he could have done it at least,
Yeah, but she didn't flat out say, "I know you did it," did she? Or did I miss that?
no, no, but I don't know, she told him not to speak so she wouldn't have to, lie on the
Yeah, right,
stand and
right.
stuff
So
like
she probably
that.
is assuming that, but
Yeah, yeah.
I loved her robe. But just by the way,
Yeah, that
as
was a
an
lovely robe.
aside, I loved the
Yes.
robe.
And I thought her hair looked quite lovely too.
Yeah, I think you should keep going with experimenting with some Tracy
With
styles.
Tracy.
You were rocking it.
Oh,
Um,
thanks.
and
But
you're the
she
only
yeah,
one with long enough hair to do all that kind of stuff.
well, I don't know. We'll
Well,
see. We'll see,
okay.
Gia, but, she's also she just seems very sorta youthful, like, the way she moves and everything,
What's her
definitely
secret? Is it
yeah,
Prevagen?
it could be, just,
I guess we can wipe her out as a suspect too. Like, why would
I
she be
think
driving
so,
up? Unless
yeah.
again, that's being extra clever, but doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. Doesn't s yeah, I can't tell if that was the intention for us to be able to, like, check some people off the list or, you know, keep us
But
guessing.
they certainly put a lot of people in the crosshairs as definite. Like,
Yeah.
Portia
Mhm.
somehow returns. She's already like shacked up with Isaiah, I guess, or is at a
Yeah.
hotel room, or I can't tell where they were.
Did he just, like, give her a key so she could come and go?
Yeah, that
That's
was fast, huh?
it was that was a little I don't know. I mean,
Like they have
whatever.
Nookie one time in the office, and suddenly, yeah, she's just like showing up to, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she's returned from somewhere on the dark and stormy night.
Yes, and
Um,
then didn't we think that perhaps she would, delay her, like, movements in the surgery and sorta let him bleed out or
yes,
something,
right. Or be like, oops, or, just
Yeah,
some, yeah.
yeah.
And she froze there for a moment, but her like doctor part of her took over and she
You
saved
think
his life.
so? Yeah, well, and I was thinking also, and maybe you were too, like, let's say she had let him die on the table, and then somehow, like, Trina decided to tell her they'd got the evidence and destroyed it, so she was safe, and then she would have been like, "Oh, fuck, I maybe didn't need to kill him." You
Yeah,
know?
I don't know if she would have. She probably would have been, okay, good. All's well that ends well.
Yeah, yeah, probably, but that seemed like a possibility. Or
Yeah.
then Trina suspecting like, "Oh my god, did you let him die on the
Yes.
table?" You
Yeah.
know?
Well, and Trina's already suspecting that she's the shooter. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
and who
right.
else do we suspect? Well, Curtis.
Right, right.
Um,
Mhm,
Curtis, Michael, Nina, Willow.
mhm.
Um, who else is on our list? Oh,
Well,
Carly. Um,
Carly, sure. And do we
yeah.
think she seemed like she might have had an alibi. I'm not sure.
Well, she was having that stupid conversation with Brendan, or I don't know. What was your take on that conversation? I'll
Well,
I'll withhold my opinion for a minute.
I think you might have already given it.
Did I already
Do you want
give
me to
away
cut
my?
that part out?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What do you think? How did you feel about the conversation that Carly had with Brendan?
Well, okay, the first part, the first little piece of it, when she acknowledged that she'd been with Drew and loved him, I thought, well, okay, they're acknowledging what we sort of
Yeah, we
wanted
keep
to
saying
see.
like that we don't even
Yeah.
remember they were together. Yep.
Yeah. And when she said a year, right? I was like, really? It was that long? But
Yeah.
okay. Why would she lie about that? So I kind of wanted maybe a little more there, of that part of the conversation. Um, but I guess it was just the foundation for the second part, which is, are you going to suck as much as Drew wound up sucking?
Yeah,
And
and we know that he is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, she's like falling all over herself, thanking him for like somehow saying the right thing.
Yeah.
I kind of like that she said, thank you for listening. I mean, because he did listen, and that seems unusual sometimes, but he didn't respond honestly, of course. So
Right. Well, except, I mean, I guess he kind of covers his butt because he says, I'll be as honest with you as I can, or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's got this
Hmm.
loophole because of his
Hmm.
job.
Right,
But the
right.
betrayal of recruiting her own daughter, I think,
Hmm.
I don't think their relationship, such as it is going to
Hmm.
withstand that.
Yeah, I agree. That sort of goes beyond like Carly's idea of what he needs to be honest about.
And I don't like the scene opens with him like
Listening to music like a
listening
cool
to
dude.
jazz, like some
Yeah, it's like,
cool jazz or something with a
of
drink, and
course
I'm
he's
like,
listening to yeah, yeah.
I'm not buying it. I don't know what I think he listens to, but I don't. That
No,
didn't feel right.
no, no.
And then
Yeah.
Colette, and then his interactions with
Ugh,
Colette, where anybody else would have fired Colette like long ago for
yeah.
sheer insubordination. Um,
Yeah, I those conversations, they're like any conversation Pascal has with anyone that's like always the same and you don't get any
Maybe
further.
they're a couple. Maybe Colette and Pascal are.
Maybe, well, that's
Oh.
possible. I don't
Did
know.
you
I
just say you don't get a burger? Is that what you said?
don't know.
You don't get a burger, like it's a nothing burger? Is that what that means?
It's a new take on the nothing burger because
Like they
you know,
bring you
that
the
that's so
bun
5
and
years
there's
ago.
no burger.
You don't get a burger. I'm gonna use that now. You heard it here first, everyone. If anyone
We're
wants to use that out in the world, you have my
Yeah,
blessing.
it's like we've extrapolated the saying. It's not nothing burger. It's you don't get a burger.
Oh, that's better than whatever I did say. So yeah, I'm gonna go
I
with
don't know
that.
what you said. You don't get a. I don't
Well, you
know.
don't
Anyway,
I think I
okay.
said you don't get any further, like, with
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
any storyline because 'cause they're always just saying the same thing?
Yeah, and they're dispensable, both those
Yeah.
characters. Like, I don't think they're
Mhm.
going to be on forever, and we're not. So we don't need to be invested in them, but they would be easier to take if they were rounded out a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just always a bummer when somebody occupies a lot of screen time and they're not
Yeah.
somebody you wanna see, and like Drew, of course, we can't stand Drew, but he's got sort of his function, and
Yeah.
we
Well,
we
and
get
we
to
know a
see.
lot about his background and
Yeah.
his possible motivations, and
Mhm.
he's
Yeah.
all twisted up because of his family history, and we know all that. And maybe if we knew what kind of dogs Pascal and Colette had. Remember, was
Yes,
it
yes.
Eileen,
Yes, I think so, yeah,
Laura's
Laura's
assistant? We
assistant,
knew
yeah.
that she had a dog.
So
Um,
that's why we think about her.
I can't remember
We
what kind of dog was it though. Was it a
I don't know if they ever
shepherd of
told
some
us,
kind? I
maybe, but
feel like it was some kind of a shepherd.
okay, okay. But yeah, like, along those same lines, like, we don't know much about them, but, like, again, with Drew, like, he reveals so much about the people around him, you know? Like,
Yeah,
you get to
yeah.
see, like, what upsets people and how they're gonna react, you know? Like, Martin, we got to see, like, a whole new side of Martin, really, where he has a bit of character, you know, and backbone. Um,
Yeah, right,
you
that's
know,
true. How they react to his despicable nature is kind of
it's
interesting. Yeah.
yeah, you get to know more about all these other characters, and, like, with Pascal and Colette, like, I don't feel like we're getting to know anything about anybody really, you know?
No, we're just annoyed and we're wondering why he's still in that pajama shirt. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I
unless
know.
it's a uniform and there's a bunch of them. But
But where would pajamas be a uniform? Because I wanna
I don't
work
know.
there.
It,
He's maybe
I think
he's
you do work there, but mostly,
yeah,
don't you?
maybe
Have
he
you
thinks
worn that have you worn that blouse like
yeah,
so I'll tell
no,
people
I haven't.
when we were trying to dress up as our characters,
Mhm.
my friend here was pulling out all her fancy clothing, and she purchased this blouse with a big old Peter Pan collar on it, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, in like 5 different prints, like 5 of them of the
Yeah,
same shirt. And
I
I was
know.
thinking that could be your work uniform, like 5 days of the work week, and you've got that shirt, and it's a different print every day. People know
Yeah,
that
well,
you've
that
changed
was kind of the idea, but then, like, when I got the shirts, because I ordered them, and, like, they just didn't look nearly as pretty in person, and they didn't feel as nice as I thought they would be, so, yeah, not
into
really.
the closet. They went. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they're kind of
I mean,
stylish. Maybe belt
maybe
them.
yeah,
More
someday I'll probably
aggressive
have it.
jewelry.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, but, yeah, where were you? Okay, so maybe Pascal thinks he's a remote worker and he doesn't realize that like, he
We
doesn't
can
know that we
see
see
him.
him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's like in a snow globe and he doesn't even know it. And
Yeah.
we're probably in somebody's snow globe and we don't know it.
Wow, mind blown.
Wow,
Yeah,
God.
look at this.
Anyway, so we got a little more of Britt returns to
Yeah,
the torture
yeah.
room where the
Mhm,
poor tennis players are
mhm.
waiting.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm thinking the best way for them to solve this situation is a game of tennis, a game of mixed doubles between Vaughn and Joss against Pascal, and I don't know,
and
maybe
Colette,
yeah, or Colette if she flies over. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
now
okay.
so now Vaughn and Joss know there's a mole.
Right, right. Um, and they're in the process of getting away, right? That was our last thing we saw
Yeah.
with them is that they
Mhm,
used the little nail scissors and they got their zip ties
mhm.
off and they
Yeah, yeah.
distract the guy, and so they're
Mhm,
about to get away. So we'll see what happens. But Britt, in the meantime, has
mhm.
been she's used her burner phones. Jason hears something, but
Yeah,
she's about to be whatever, you know,
yeah.
tied
Can
up
you
or
not
something. But
can't you send a text on a burner phone?
I just have the vaguest idea of what a burner phone means.
I
So
I feel like you should be able to send a text. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but like she was yelling into the phone, and that just didn't seem like a great idea. you know,
to
when
attract attention that way. Let me
yeah.
ask Google, can you text on a no burger phone, on a burner phone,
no burger for Brit.
on a burner phone? Yeah, that would have been smarter. But we know, yeah, you
Yeah.
can send and receive text on a burner phone.
Okay.
So it's just a cheap prepaid device with no long-term contract that could, so it's like a throwaway camera or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
hmm
right. Um, I've never had a burner phone. I'm not sure why I'd need one.
yeah. Well, someday maybe your life will
Super
become.
secret affairs. Have you had a burner
Yeah.
phone?
I have not. No. no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So anyway, so the jig is up. I thought she did a great job of covering when she came out of that room, and she's like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god!" Like I
Yeah.
can't believe it.
Yeah, I didn't know how she was gonna play that, and that
Yeah,
was nice.
that was
Um,
pretty good.
yeah. I kinda hoped, and I guess this was a little too soapy, that when she was, like, deciding to call Jason that he would show up at the door. Like, I kinda thought maybe on his own he would decide, "I
He would
can't
just
leave
turn
her."
around.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Well, it seemed like he was headed that way because he was just sitting there at the
yeah.
airport. Like, what an easy day for the actor. Just like sit
Yeah.
in that airport set
Yeah,
and look kind of like you're worried. And
yeah.
while we do all these little flashback scenes.
Yeah, yep, no lines, no
Yeah,
lines to
no lines. Just
nice.
sit in your other new light colored suit.
Mhm.
It's too bad
Mm.
he's not going to get to use these light colored suits. He's going to go back and just be in the black t-shirt, I guess.
Yeah, probably. Mhm.
But so he'll have to find Britt.
Mhm.
Maybe he and Joss and Vaughn can all team up and get Britt out of there.
If they've managed to escape, um, yeah, it's possible. But now I wonder, so is what's her name, Greta? Do you think she's still lurking around this place?
And do we even know whose side Greta is on?
No, I don't think we do.
We assume she's a bad guy, right?
I guess maybe, yeah, probably. She must be, right? If she I don't know. I don't know. And
She
then also,
delivered something
yeah,
from Dalton to
yeah.
whatever this operation is.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. We
And
don't know. It's a little bit pikeman, not quite pikeman full on, but
but it could easily become
it
pikemen.
could become pikeman. It could become embroiled in whatever this place is.
And we will not be able to understand any of it if it becomes pikemen.
Eventually, somebody's going to bust into a room, and it's just going to be a bunch of fabulous looking rabbits with lipstick and mascara.
Yeah.
And we'll see that that's what Britt's been working on. She'll be in there like applying mascara to a rabbit.
Oh, yeah. Boy, that's possible. Anything's possible. And we also don't know if Brennan's gonna send Colette over there, right?
Yeah, well, Colette being Colette, she'll probably just
She'll
go
just
on her
go.
own. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Right,
just
right.
gonna make a unilateral decision to go.
Yeah. Now, when Britt burst into the room, well, she didn't really burst, but when she came in the second time and she was like, "What the hell are you two doing here?" And Josh told her, like, without a lot of prodding, that they were WSB.
WSB, yeah.
Aren't you, like, never supposed to really spill those beans?
I don't know. I don't have that manual or anything. I'm not WSB.
Well, that's what an agent would say. That's how I know you are WSB.
Well, maybe they just, in normal circumstances, right, but it's Brit and they know Brit is in on whatever this is, so maybe
Uh-huh.
it's on a need to know basis.
Maybe, and they do, like, they know that her dad was, Cesar Faison.
César Faison.
So,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah, they realize that's, like, the best way to just get right down to the nitty-gritty
Yeah.
of it all. Yeah. Okay.
And also, I mean, the other little thing that happened in that, I don't know how important it is, but I feel like we saw Vaughn also sort of profess his love for Joss
Yeah, a little bit.
when she said something about, why did you
Mhm.
make them
Mhm.
stop?
Yeah,
And, like, I don't
yeah.
know, whatever he said about he wouldn't be able to take watching her be tortured or killed.
Mhm. Yeah, so
Um,
neither of them is really turning out to be as good a spy as they need.
well, they're going to have to work with different partners, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Mm.
maybe the
Mhm. Mhm. Right.
best idea for those two.
Yeah. So I guess that means when he said game, set, match or whatever, that wasn't like a code or anything?
I guess not. It sure felt like they were doing something with us there,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah, it kinda did, yeah. But
And
anyway. Hmm.
Yeah, but that's a little disappointing that they didn't follow through with that.
Mhm.
I do like that they were still doing the tennis analogies, but
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. So,
and he looks good in those kind of old school tennis shorts and
oh, gee.
it suited his like 70s looking hair, to be
Yeah,
wearing them.
I guess that's true, that's true, and her tennis dress was kinda growing on me a little bit.
Yeah, you're all right with it? Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that is kind of fun that they're stuck in their tennis outfits during this
Yeah,
life or death situation,
right.
you know?
So that was the other we didn't get any of that today, so we don't know what's happening there. Uh,
Yeah, and I'd like that to be more exciting than it sort of is, I guess. I don't know.
I'd like it to be funnier. Um,
I'd like everything to be funnier. Yes, yes, that's a given. Yeah, all of this could be funnier. But,
um, yeah, I'm wondering if this is gonna lead to the reveal, that Brennan, has deceived Carly this whole time, or if it's gonna be
yeah.
stretched out,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm. Right, right, yeah. Because Joss is gonna wanna have a say in that. I mean, if I mean, I don't know how she would have a choice, really. It's either gonna come out or it's not, but I think she would probably vote, to stick with her job and keep Carly in the dark, right? I mean, she seems like she's still pretty committed to this.
Oh, yeah, I think she's a committed, agent now,
Mhm, mhm.
but I don't know, I don't you think she thinks Brendan's a little bit of a jerk?
Yeah, yeah, and he is kinda stupid. I mean, he's
Yeah,
got a lot of things going on that really shouldn't be going on.
yeah, he's been wrong about Colette. He's not really keeping much of an eye on this operation. Colette's
No.
not wrong there.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true, that's true. And as much as he seems like he's supposed to be concerned about Joss, yeah, going, like, a couple of days with no
yeah,
word.
with no idea, yeah, what's going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
listening to your smooth jazz or whatever the hell.
You know? Oh god. Hmm.
I was watching some Instagram thing where they were trying to get you to guess what the song was, and they were just giving you like isolated instruments.
Mhm.
This is kind of the stuff I watch, along with a lot of Wombat material.
Yeah.
It took me forever, but eventually it was Casey and the Sunshine Band, like that.
Ah,
So
uh-huh,
I
uh-huh.
like it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's so weird when you just hear pieces and you're like,
yeah.
oh, can't figure that out. Oh, I don't know what prize you win if you do figure it out beforehand, but
Uh-huh,
it took me the whole I think till the guitar part, and then I got it. But
uh-huh. Okay, okay.
that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But
No, but it gives us
maybe
a
Brennan would be more of a Casey and the Sunshine Band kind of guy.
I think I might buy that more, yeah. Or, like, may you think yacht rock, I'm thinking, right? Well,
Is that like a dig at me? I mean, he could be a
know.
Coldplay fan for all we know. You
Ouch,
know.
yeah, okay, never mind, never mind. No, I like the Casey and the Sunshine Band idea because that would be sort of unexpected, kinda dorky, old school, and it would sorta fit.
Maybe that would help us like him more or something,
Yeah, yeah, if you had, like, a passion for that kinda music.
for that. Or what if he was all about like I don't know what, like the Avett Brothers or something. What would that
Uh,
be? Like, how when you
mhm,
were young, like high school, college, and the
mhm,
music you liked and having people see your albums and stuff was
mhm.
so important to revealing
Yeah,
who you were.
yeah, yeah. I think that's still true of people today, definitely.
It can be, but it doesn't seem like we go around trying to get people to look at our CD collection or what even. Nobody even has a CD collection anymore except me.
I do.
Um, you do?
Yeah, that
Okay,
I do.
we're old
Yeah,
school.
that's true. Well, it seems like I don't know, do people I guess probably if you're like a teenager, if you're hanging out with your friends, yeah, I guess you would probably be streaming everything, but
Yeah,
people
how do you signal to others? Like, I remember, like, certain boys that I would have a crush on, and then I'd find out they liked a certain group, and I'd be like, no, I'm all done there, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, uh-huh.
It may be more revealing about me than those boys, for whatever boy it was. But
Mm.
yeah. Anyway, we need to think about what kind of music would Brennan would what kind of music would the current Brennan be listening to, and what kind of music would we like him to be listening to that would make him
Mhm.
a more, I don't know
Yeah,
what, more doable character or something.
doable, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I know Carly already thinks he's doable, but I'm thinking like,
Mhm, mhm,
what
yeah,
would what would it give him some depth?
mhm.
They're just going on the model of Brennan that the original Brennan created, and this guy is not
Mhm.
that guy.
He's not that guy, no, that's
Who
true.
who is he? Who is Brennan?
Hey, to me, he kinda seems like a guy who doesn't like music,
Oh, and that would be interesting too. He was like,
you
turn
know?
that off, you know? Yeah.
Who doesn't need it, you know? Um,
Maybe he'd be listening to podcasts.
maybe. Then we could be
Not this one, but
no, not this one?
probably not. Because we keep bashing him. No,
Yeah.
I think he could be an interesting character, but I feel like they've got work to do there.
Yeah, like, we need to find out he's got, like, a daughter or something somewhere of his own, you know?
Or maybe what kind of dog does he have? Or does he not like dogs? He doesn't like music, he doesn't like dogs.
Yeah, he I don't think he has a dog, or we would've been aware of it by now.
Yeah, maybe he has a cat. Maybe he's a
Maybe
cat
he has
person.
a cat.
He
What
likes
if he has a
maybe he has Persians. See that?
That's
Can you see
different.
that?
That maybe, uh, or what if he has, like, fish? I could see him having a fish tank.
Fish, okay. All right. Like,
How
so we're
about
just painting a picture of him being colder and colder is what we're doing. Like,
or it would be funny if he had a parrot and he thought aloud a lot at home, so the parrot knew, like, everything,
yeah.
you know?
That could be interesting. Okay.
Mhm. That's what I
So
would do.
anyway, we're thinking about Brendan's pets and Brendan's taste in music.
Mhm, yeah, he needs to
Mhm.
have some more, I don't know if idiosyncrasies or that if that's the word we want, but, like, some details, that make him seem
Yeah,
more authentic.
right, right. Exactly. Like, it could even be like, what kind of clothes does he wear when he's not at work? You know,
Yeah, yeah,
what's his
yeah.
lounge wear like?
Mhm,
Maybe he
yeah.
doesn't have loungewear. Maybe just
No,
loosens the tie, you
or
know?
yeah, I could see him in jeans and, like, a button-down shirt, and that would be, like, his casual wear.
Untucked. That would be his, yeah.
Yeah.
And see, for me, that would be massively dressing up.
That would make him thoroughly undoable. Yeah. Mhm.
Uh, anyway, okay, so these are our thoughts. If you're
Yeah.
listening, writers,
Yeah, just a few notes, take them
yeah,
or leave them.
we've given you some stuff here.
Mhm. Yeah, and you
Okay,
might say that
what
that's
else we
not
got?
a burger, but, for
That's
us,
no burger for you.
no
Yeah.
burger for you. What else? Okay, let's see. I guess back to today and to what's going on right there, in the hospital. Like, we have Willow. Willow is all over the place now. I mean, like,
Yeah,
you
the
know
faint, the angry at Nina,
yeah.
yeah, like I was glad to hear her be aware that when she was talking to Anna, I guess it was, aware that when
Mhm.
she announced that she'd found out that the judge had been killed, that she
Mhm.
said that it was not just about, her situation, but obviously upset that the judge was dead, and she understands that
Mhm.
that was the bigger part of it than just how it
Mhm.
affected her. At least she still has that awareness.
Yeah, yeah. Also, when Chase told her that the judge had died, and she took that as though, like, what he had just told her wouldn't apply, if it came from any other judge, and that seemed a little weird, that interpretation.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you
Like,
just told her when?
he's sorry. I
Oh,
was
I see
thinking
what you mean. I see what you mean. Like, if so, like as if he couldn't go tell another judge the very same information about her being a good mother.
Well, or that all she had to do, like the thing she had to do to demonstrate that she was, worthy of at least, some time with her kids was still the same, right? Like, regardless of who the judge is, she still had to prove that she was stable, that she was mentally
Yeah,
fit,
but
right? I mean,
I guess though that just the idea that there was that like she already had a little bit of an in with that judge saying that to Chase,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. I
like
guess that is how she interpreted it, as though
yeah.
it was an in, but I'm not sure. I don't know that it would have really been an in.
Well, of course not, because that judge
Yeah,
was crooked, obviously.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she could be bought once, she could be bought twice,
Mhm.
but
Right, right.
um,
Mhm.
but
So
anyway, yeah. So she's a mess, and we don't
mhm.
know, like, why would she kill Drew? Like, what would her motivation be to kill Drew?
Maybe just, it seemed like there was something in his exchange with Chase when Chase was really trying to speak up on her behalf and said,
Yeah,
"Drew's been manipulating you. You don't need him. He's playing on your worst fears." And that was like what that's exactly what he's been doing, you know. And I don't know, maybe she just like it's possible she could have thought, I know Chase genuinely cares about me and he's being honest, and he's right. This is Drew did everything to drive me to this point. I don't know. I don't know if I see her killing him either, or where she would find an old gun, you know.
in the boathouse. Um, you
Yeah,
rusty from the exposure, and I don't
sure.
know, but so I was just thinking that, like, I'm not sure. Like, a lot of people online were theorizing that the shadow was small and therefore
Mhm.
female.
Mhm. Well, I
Um,
was thinking, like, yeah, the 2 shots kinda makes me think it was someone who really, like, had some, like, passion about it, but everybody does sort of, everybody has
I'm
some.
thinking based on the 2 shots and still not killing him, it's probably Anna. That seems like Anna style shooting to me.
Yeah, whoever it is, she'll wanna recruit them for the police force.
Yeah, yeah. You're fantastic.
We need someone like
You
you.
remind me of me.
Why did you not take a 3rd
Yeah.
shot?
Um, you know who we haven't really talked about, but I feel like Kai and
Oh, yeah,
Trina,
yeah.
like there
Lot.
was a lot happened there
Mhm.
that was sort of revealing about both of their characters, and I don't know what exactly it revealed, but I'm kind of worried about him. Like,
I agree, yeah, and that I think that's, like, sorta like, I mean, that's not what happens if you have, like, a strict moral code, but it seems like if you relax that code, I mean, with somebody like him, like, maybe he needed it to be so rigid, and now that he's, like, loosened it up a bit, it's hard for him to navigate this new terrain, right? Where
yeah, and he's like, I would never let anybody
yeah,
blah blah. Blah. I would never,
yeah,
it's like, dude, this is
yeah.
what got you in trouble in the first place. Uh,
Right, right, and so he's scrambling to find, like, reasons or
yeah,
justification for everything he's doing, and he's putting them both. I mean, this is also classic soap opera stuff where you choose, like, to hide something and then it
right, of
compounds
course, yeah,
everything.
snowballs, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The fact that he was the one that said they had to leave, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I thought
Mhm.
that was
Mhm.
a bad choice, and also just I don't know. I felt like it said something bad about him.
I think,
Uh,
yeah, I agree, yeah, yeah.
and why
Mhm.
did he only wipe one side of the doorknob?
I don't know. I don't know. That yeah, I don't think he had time to think about all of that, but he could sort of explain his fingerprints by saying he comes by there all the
Right,
time,
he's there all the time. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
um,
But yeah, I didn't like what I saw in him. I didn't like his khakis. Um,
so much khaki because he's so tall.
because he's so tall. Yeah, and I just felt like she was kind of all over the place too, and
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
why didn't she stand up to and say, "No, this man is dying. We're calling 911." And,
Mhm. Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know she was kind of like a deer in the headlights with everything
Yeah.
going on, but I didn't like either of their thought processes.
No,
Um,
no, and, like, he acts like, her being there is a problem, but it's it wouldn't necessarily. They could have come together just to stop by, to drop something off or whatever.
yeah,
I
yeah. I
mean,
just felt like
yeah.
even knowing it's Drew, I felt like their leaving was
Mhm. Mhm.
really questionable. Um,
Yeah, and it seems like they're both gonna be haunted now, but maybe for different
yeah,
reasons,
yeah, and
and
they
it's
should
possible
be.
they should be. Yeah, they should be. Although, yeah, I guess they feel like they did accomplish something when they destroyed that evidence. Although I don't see how that's really evidence if there were I mean, were the records destroyed or taken off of the computer? Because that seems like that would have been the
Did she get
part.
Brad to do that at some point or something? I really don't remember, but I'm just wondering if that was part of any deal. But right, yeah, like that's sort of maybe just they're trying to get us to believe in the old school, like, oh, you
Yeah, yeah.
burn a
Right,
record and it's gone, and that
right,
doesn't apply today, of course.
right.
Um,
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's what it was. But yeah, I think she's gonna feel shitty that she didn't do anything. And also, like Drew, if he had been like he wasn't dead, could he have heard anything? Like, could he have known on some level who had come through the house?
I don't. They show him not. He's shot in the back.
Yeah,
So, oh,
yeah,
but could he have known that Trina and Kai were there? Right. Maybe he
yeah.
might have been aware of voices or something.
Right, right.
Um,
We don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think there's gonna be an amnesia storyline? We know they
I
like
know, is
that.
he gonna wake up as somebody
Like
else?
amnesia plus paralysis, or could he
Yeah,
wake up as somebody really sweet and kind and loving and
or maybe he
um
thinks he's Jason, so there could be 2 Jasons now.
oh, not again. Yeah. Um, overlapping Jasons.
What did you
So
think
oh, go
sorry.
ahead.
Well, I was gonna ask what you thought of, like, after Carly threatened him and then Elizabeth was in the doorway, this is going back,
Oh, yeah,
earlier.
yeah, yeah.
Elizabeth's side of that conversation, what did you think of that when it was just her and
Um,
Carly?
I mean, I think I at some point had said a few of things along those lines. Is that
Mhm, mhm,
you guys, their actions are what's driving
mhm,
her to be unbalanced.
mhm,
That's one argument. Is that, like,
mhm,
she's so tortured by not being allowed to see her children that it's causing her to take further and further
mhm.
um, crazy actions. And of course, that's not the way to demonstrate stability. Of course.
Right, right.
But you I don't know, I do have some sympathy for her. I know, like, the baby spinning, right? Nobody knows about that, though.
Mhm,
Um,
right.
but just withholding her children from her seems so cruel.
Mhm,
Um, that I do have some sympathy for her
mhm,
flailing and making all these bad choices in an effort to get to see her children. Of course, every single
mhm.
thing she's doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess I understand her insane motivation, I guess, is what I
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
I kind of saw what Elizabeth was trying to do there. I think she
Mhm.
could have done it in a less sort of blamey tone. And
Exactly, yeah, I think, like, Carly's back was up sort of immediately, and I don't think
yeah,
Carly was really absorbing I felt like she could have built her case better and with more
right.
finesse that 'cause which she usually has, right? She's usually able to
Yeah.
be a bit more sort of measured in what she says, and,
Yeah, like if she hadn't, instantly been judgmental sounding,
mhm.
she could have gotten Carly to maybe see kind of.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, because that's kinda what I wanted. I wanted Carly to think for a little bit more than she did. Do you
sorry,
need to take a
I'm getting
call?
my wings. I'm getting my wings.
Oh, okay.
I have a
Congratulations.
hard time like hitting that. You know how you're supposed to like hit the the red like off thing, and I never know if I'm supposed to just hit it or slide it up, slide it over. Eventually, the people go away, no matter what.
Or they're listening to us right now. Hello.
I
Oh,
have
dear.
I have an older friend who's keeps accidentally putting pictures on her story on Facebook. Like
Uh-huh.
she
Oh
had these
god.
pictures of like a workroom, storage room that she wanted shelves built for, and they were
Uh-huh.
suddenly on her story. And I said, "Hey, do you know that those?" She was like, "What?"
Hope she doesn't have any, like, dick pics or anything floating around her
I know.
phone.
And then today there was like a picture, and it's like a sticker on the side of an oven, like a like
Like, with the serial number and stuff.
yes, yes, like she's
Yeah.
looking to get a different oven
Yeah,
or something, and
yeah.
but it's
Uh-huh.
in her Facebook story, and I'm like, I'll wait
Uh,
until the next time I see her, but
yeah. Wow.
I'm waiting for tomorrow's story. Okay, like she must be thinking she's sending them to some workman or something. I don't know, but
Yeah, huh.
cracking me up. Yeah, if a dick pic gets on there, I will give her a call.
It might get blocked, I don't know.
That's what's happened to you before, right?
That's why I had to shut down my page for a while.
That's why I have the burner phone. Okay, so yeah, that conversation with it, but that was kind of, and when Elizabeth overheard Carly threaten Drew's life, I was kind of like, oh, he thinks that's good, but I think
Right.
Elizabeth might like team up with Carly to take
Yeah,
him out.
yeah.
Like
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I don't know if he's like that was the great thing that he thought it was that she heard that.
No, no, because in the time between her last conversation with Drew and the time that she heard Carly threaten him, I think she learned a lot more about what a bad person he was.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it was an interesting argument that Elizabeth put forth, but yes, it was the
Mhm,
way she did it. And
mhm.
Carly's got her mind made up about a lot of stuff anyway. Probably
Yeah.
wasn't going to work.
Right,
Um,
right, that's true. But it does still seem like, knowing what a devoted mother Carly is, if she could just take a minute to think about
yeah,
what it would do to
yeah,
her, emotionally,
right.
mentally, to be separated, like, without any control or knowledge of when she was gonna
And
see her
yeah,
kids again.
and possibly never, with
Yeah,
no
yeah.
hope at all. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
she spent plenty of time in Ferncliff herself, and
Sure, sure. Who
yeah,
hasn't?
a little compassion, but
Mhm,
I don't know. There's gonna be a reveal of Willow's character at some point too, and
mhm.
I don't know.
Right.
I did like that was classic Nina today. I'm jumping around here, but that was classic Nina today to say I was on a walk with Willow, and
I know. I know. I It's funny, like,
to,
'cause, like, I thought that was sorta classic Nina, and she had good intentions, but it showed sort of, like, her previous sort of lack of impulse control or, like, being
yeah,
able
and
to think things
yeah,
through. But meanwhile, like, earlier in the week or even the day when she was talking to Portia at the bar,
oh
and
yeah, yeah,
she was owning up to everything she'd done and really trying to make Portia feel better and everything, and I thought, "This is Nina being so gracious," like, taking on
yeah,
all the
yeah.
blame, realizing sort of that she was responsible for a lot of this pain,
Yeah,
uh
she's a very sympathetic character, she's a fuck up,
Mm.
but you can relate.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right, right.
You
Yeah,
can
who
relate
would
to her
do, like
choices. Yeah.
right, who would do better? We don't know. None of us knows if we would do a better job with all
Right.
stuff.
I mean, she's very relatable. I mean, I think Ava's even relatable in all her, they show
Yeah.
Ava getting
Mhm.
her feelings hurt, and then, she
Mhm.
lashes out.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah, that was classic Nina, and Willow's just looking daggers at her the whole time, and then they have that
Yeah.
funny argument, like, I was giving you an alibi. No, I was giving you an
Yeah,
alibi.
that was funny. That could have been funnier, but that was pretty funny. And of course, like, it right within earshot of pretty much everybody.
Right, yeah, Anna's like 2 feet away, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, that was cute.
Good
She did.
stuff. Good stuff
Mhm.
all around. So, I don't know,
Yeah.
do you feel satisfied with your, shooting of Drew, or do you feel like it was, like, taken away from you because he's still alive?
Yeah, I don't feel the sense of relief really that everybody is gonna be their lives are gonna be better now. We don't know that anybody's life will be better.
Yeah, and, I
And
don't know, I felt like they undercut the drama, like, whether or not I'm happy about Drew being alive, I just feel like the
right.
drama of it got
Mhm. Mhm.
lessened by
Yeah. Yeah.
the whole
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it does give him all the possibilities, was Portia gonna be able to not kill him
Mhm.
or kill him, or,
Right,
it
right.
gave us all that stuff,
Mhm.
but,
Mhm.
I don't know,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to reform Drew somehow
Yeah.
coming out of this
Right.
because he can't get much worse, can he?
Right, you'd like to think that he would have had some sort of a change of heart or, like, done s d will do some soul searching if he comes out of this,
Yeah.
you know?
That's a good
Um,
Tom Petty song too, speaking of Tom Petty songs.
yeah, change of yeah.
Change of Heart, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. So don't
Don't
know.
know, but it was good. I was hoping you were watching it in real time. I almost called you, but I didn't know if you were watching it in real
No,
time on
I couldn't
Tuesday.
watch
Oh, it's
in real
good
time
I
on
didn't
yeah.
call you then. Good thing.
Yeah.
You were wearing one of your Peter Pan blouses a
Doing a
Skype,
Zoom?
doing
Yeah.
a heckin' Zoom, yeah. Did they get rid of Skype? Does Skype exist anymore?
I'm not sure Skype exists. Maybe it does, but I'm not sure people use it very much anymore.
Oh, wonder why one rises up in popularity and the other
Zoom, I
falls
think,
down.
rode the COVID wave, super hard. Like that's when they really struck gold, I think,
Uh-huh, okay.
and seized the opportunity, you know?
In the music world, I feel like backing tracks, became, like, hugely popular during
Yeah,
COVID.
okay, because people were recording independently of each other?
Well, yeah, just to have something to play along with.
Uh,
Not
ah,
yeah, but we're not
I see.
necessarily
Yeah, yeah.
recording, but just,
Okay,
like,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
weren't out
Gotcha.
playing and you're, like, playing along with all these
Mhm. I
backing
see.
tracks at home, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, lots of things changed.
Weird things changed, yep, yep.
Mhm, mhm. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
'Kay.
hmm.
I think we probably covered it pretty well.
I think so, yeah. So we'll, just have to see, I guess, how long well, I was gonna say, like, Scout, how long is Drew gonna be out of commission, and will she get to go live with anybody? Or I guess she'd
I
go back
know, I
to
mean, is it
Quartermain?
like, do we want her with Alexis now that Alexis is harboring a prisoner in her basement, do we
Well,
want
and
Grandma
didn't she
Alexis in here?
I know, like, Scout going exploring in the basement,
Yeah,
releasing Rick.
maybe that could happen, yeah, yeah. But maybe she'd go to the Quartermaines?
Yeah, 'cause, Alexis has the restraining order, right? So does that
Right.
stay in effect if Drew is, unconscious? I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't really know how that works.
I mean, I do feel bad for Scout because she's also I don't know if she's at the point where she could understand this, but I think she might feel kinda shitty because she didn't want, her brothers to tell Drew or something, that she wanted to see them. Remember, like, it seemed like she
Yeah. Oh,
didn't
we didn't even throw them in as,
Right.
suspects.
Yeah,
Danny or Rocco,
yeah,
that
yeah.
could be an impulsive, teenage
That's
boy move.
true. That is
They
true,
were
yeah.
very mad. They were very angry, Danny, you know.
Mhm, mhm, that's true, Gia,
Mm,
yeah. Huh, interesting.
yeah. It could have been
Mhm.
you, could have been me.
Good, yeah, everybody had a problem with Drew, really, I
Yep,
think,
yep.
yeah, so,
Okay, well, good stuff, good
mm,
soapy
yep,
stuff.
good
We'll
soapy
keep
stuff.
watching. Yep.
Mhm, yes, we will.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, you have a lovely evening and pod bean on, and, we'll catch up in a few days.
Okay, Gia, you have a good night too, and thank you everybody for listening.
Yep, we appreciate it, and we'll
Mhm.
see you next time.
Alright, bye, Gia.
Okay, see ya.